This is Ritson and you're watching Sport Icons.
Right, Lewis, congratulations. Fantastic performance.
Yeah, it was good up. Don't answer me, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, good hard performance and very tough fight. One that we thought won by 3 or 4 rounds, and everyone I scored it was sort of feels the same way. So happy with the performance and just ready to have a few weeks off now.
I mean, last time you fought here was against Patera, where you just showed all heart, and in this one you showed heart, brutality, and especially in like the last couple of rounds where you was like, you must have known that you were going to win that fight in like the final round, but you still went toe to toe with him.
Yeah, you know, I come back and asked Neil about up, and he said he had about 2 or 3. And I went, right, no bad, but he says, I still want a big round off you. You know, Robbie's going to come and bring it. You know, and I'm not really able to skive. I'm not that sort of fighter, so you knew that if Robbie was going to come, we're sort of going to get on each other and just have a big round so and enjoy it. And we both did. We both slugged out in the last and give the fans what they want to see.
Is this the kind of fight that you expected? Did it go the way that you expected?
Yeah, I've been saying all week that I was thought after 6 I was going to take over, and I thought I did. Robbie's big for the weight. I know he struggles for the weight because he needed time for the fight to make the weight, and that was something we were counting on. It was a hard first 4 or 5 rounds on the inside, close, and then I could see Robbie dipped off a little bit, and that's when the jab started working and the throws started coming at range, and I was happy with the performance.
And a word on the crowd, that was mental, wasn't it?
Unbelievable, you know. The Highland fight was mad, the Patera fight was mad, and then this top. It was like the 2 of them put together, and I just can't believe how loyal the fans are. You know, they've stuck by us, and we're gonna have a couple more big nights up here. You know.
I was sat next to Edward Trianovsky.
Yes.
You know him. And even he got his phone out to record you walking to the ring because of the reception and everything. That's how impressive it was.
No, yeah, it was nice, and you know, Eddie Hearn after I said, look, us and Matchroom are 100% behind you. I know we haven't felt that way the last couple of fights, but we are. And how can't he be? Nights like this, you know, like I could fight Josh Taylor next and go out on my shield, and we could come back this arena, it would still be sold out. You know, like, and that's just not just the Geordies, but the full North East. You know, I've had Geordies, Macklams, people from Hartlepool, people from Middlesbrough, just all jumped on, and it's nice to see the full North East actually get together for a change instead of when the football and we're all arguing and we're all fighting and stuff. So it's nice, and hopefully Eddie will have a few more big nights like that, and everyone can get together and have a good time.
You fully get the fan base here, because it's not always about the result, it's about if you're showing that, so you're giving it your all, they'll support you no matter what happens.
Yeah, well, I know the Patera fight, I got hurt, and like you said, it was all heart. You know, like last 6 rounds, I was just getting not battered, but it was very one-sided. You know, just taking shots for fun, really, where I had nothing left. I was hurt with the body shot, and they still stuck by us. You know, and like you say, once you show that, you know, that determination, where I was never ever going to give up, and they've all come back and supported us tenfold. Like I say, I've sold 2,000 tickets for this. Could have done a lot more. And that's people from Newcastle, from Sunderland, from Hartlepool all getting together and buying tickets off us. And it's just a nice feeling.
Now, I spent like a bit of time in the Wallsend gym with like Joe Laws and all that. Yeah. And like every time I speak to them, and I always want to talk about like a northeast boxing to try and help promote it up a bit. And they always say that Lewis Ritson's the reason why. I mean, do you realise the impact that you actually have on the northeast and your fellow competitors? I
don't, because like I was saying, we train in Fanwell's gym. It's completely out the way in Hartlepool. It's on his, so we train, run the beach in Hartlepool, come back to the flat, train in Fanwell's, come back, and then we're just away from everyone. You know, like maybe 4 days out of 5, all I'll see is Fanwell and Tommy Ward. Right. That's all I see. You know, and we're not like big on the social media. We're not this, so we don't really know the impact it's having. But it's like Eddie was saying at the press conference, with if I don't keep winning, then these big shows don't keep coming up. And it's not pressure, but you want, you know, the North East is stacked full of talent, and we want Eddie to keep coming. And at the minute, you know, it's me at the minute, and hopefully it'll be another fight in a couple of years where I'm away now. There's another fighter took that step, and he's fighting the big names, and he's bringing the big crowds, and hopefully somebody from the North East can do that.
Yeah, definitely. Did you watch any of the undercard? Did you get a chance?
No, I didn't watch any. Me and Fano just made one way here when we didn't leave Hartlepool till 7, got here at 8. Matchroom didn't even say we'll come in, just sat here. We've just kept everything okay, been at Fano's all week. I usually stay in a flat in Hartlepool, but he's had us at his house all week, and wanted to make sure all the preparations went right, the weight went right, everything, and it has in a short night. We could have went in probably a couple more rounds. We're that fit.
I was about to say to you, because at the end of the 12, you look like you could probably went another 12.
Yeah, we were just, I think, and that's partly probably to do with the crowd as well. Like the buzz that you're getting. You're hitting Robbie and the crowd's going mad, and you're throwing the flurries and they're going mad.
Are you aware of it as you're walking?
Oh, of course you can, yeah. You try your hardest to block it out, but you're walking and you're seeing people, shouting and screaming for you, and you're seeing people that usually would just wave at you down the street gone mad and full of drink, and it's funny, it's a nice feeling, but you've just got to keep that in the back of your mind, like the Patera fight, I sort of let that get to my head. I knew I was dying at the weight, and I sort of went, if I don't get him out in 4 rounds, I'm done. Yeah, and the harder I tried to get him out, it didn't come at all. It just he was making us look stupid really at times. So a lot of people give us stick after that, and we know in boxing, we showed that we can box tonight.
Do you feel that you made the right decision moving up now? Yeah.
100%. Like I couldn't have done that at 135. I couldn't even make 135 lightweight, but I couldn't have done that against Patera, against any of them really. I was just big and strong, and I was saying before, if there was a weight where it was 9 stone 12, I'd probably be the strongest 9 stone 12 lad in the country, but there's not. It's either 9 stone 9 or it's 10 stone, and I can't, that extra £3 losing it, I just can't lose it, so I've got to move up to 10 stone, and that's not easy to make either, but we've seen the difference between me and Robbie in size, and he was a little bit bigger, but I think I proved I can stay with 140s and that can be a force there.
So, because your last 2 weigh-ins at 135, Highland and Patera, you're literally down to your bare essentials in the weigh-in.
Yes, well,
how much of that was your partner saying, right, you're moving up, no more of this?
Yes, well, she's seen the stuff I made for lightweight, make myself be sick, not eating sweatsuits three times a day, and the twice that I had actually come to get weighed in for Patera and Highland, I was £1 over on my scales each time. We fought, especially with Patera. I was Neil Fanning coming to the gym. I had just finished 12 rounds on the row in the morning, the weigh-in, and had a sauna, and had a steam room, and I was still £1.5 over, and Neil Fanning nearly had a heart attack. Like he just couldn't believe it, and we were still £1 over before we left. Just says, look, we're still fighting, but I'll not be for the European title. Luckily the scales were a little bit light, so when we got there, it done me a little bit of a favour, but people just think you make excuses, but people don't know what really was going on at lightweight, and I think I've put a lot of demons behind us and to show that people I'm a true 140 fighter.
Yeah, definitely. Let's finish off with so what's next? I know there's been talk about Josh Taylor if he wins, but you seem like you'll take the fight if everything's right financially, but you'd rather have another couple of fights and then get to that stage.
Yeah, well, but Josh Taylor's special, isn't he? He's a special fighter. I look at the resume he's done, and he's only had 15 or 16 fights in the lad he's beat. I'm not stupid, I'm not saying I could beat Josh Taylor, because I probably couldn't, but I would go in there fully confident where if I had a full camp where I'm a fighting man, on the night I think I could beat anyone, and if I was going to fight Josh, I say it would have to be financially right, but I would go in there swinging, and if I went out on my shield I did, but I don't think it's going to be a couple of fights. I think it is going to be the winner of them next, and I'll be more than happy to take it.
Well, you say go out on your shield. I mean, we've seen you tag plenty of times. You don't seem to budge.
No, well, it's there was a big myth where just hit him in the body and he'll go, and Robbie hit us with a lot of body shots tonight and didn't budge us at all. He hit us a lot of times on the chin, and from him saying he was very powerful, this and that. Like, I've been there when you were struggling at the weight. You've got no power, and I was surprised I was knocking everybody out when I was lightweight because I had no power. In the first round tonight, I buzzed Robbie to his boots and threw a flurry, and I was quite surprised after that he was still in there throwing back. So I do believe I've got the power to hurt 140s. It's just probably more fights at 140. That's going to go 12 rounds.
I mean, you're definitely motivated because at the end of each round you were still giving him the evils.
Yes. Yeah, well, I was just thinking I was having the edge. I was giving him the evils, and he was looking away first and all that. And you know, at the facings when we're both being staring, he was sort of kept looking away with his eyes and things. And I thought, I knew I was living in his mind, you know, like, and that's just, I think that's just down to him. That might be the character that he is, but I'm just buzzing that we got the win.
Are you happy with the fact that you've avenged the defeat for your good friend Glenn Foote?
Yes, you know, me and Glenn, very good friends, sparred a lot.
Was that important coming into this?
Yeah, you know, we do a lot of sparring at Davy Binns' gym still. We've got like Tom Hill, who I start sparring with him at the start of my camp all the time, eight rounds, and he's a very good fighter, very good boxer. I've done quite a few rounds with him for this fight, and you know, Glenn's a proper fight man, tough as they come, and we get on very well with his camp, so a bit of redemption for the North East that way, and hopefully I don't have Glenn Foote calling us with me. It was a couple of months ago on the Facebook, so but it's all good, happy days.
Okay, so final question then, who's going to become world champion quicker, you or Tommy Ward?
Tommy Ward.
You reckon?
Yes, I think if I fight Josh Taylor next, which probably will, I'm not stupid, there'll be a very slim chance I've got in there, but I'm not. Tommy's been ranked in the top 5 of the WBO for quite a while now.
He's overdue, isn't he?
He's overdue, yeah. And I see him in the gym, I've seen him spawn Josh Warrington, I've seen him spawn Kid Galahad, and another top fighters, and he's very, very special. He's a special fighter. I spawn with, being out all night, see me fight, he's go home now, he's spawn Cash Fruit tomorrow. So he just lives boxing, and he's lived boxing all his life. I've lived boxing for a year, so he's, in my eyes, he'll get that world title fight probably, and he'll win it.
There'll be nobody prouder than you.
No, well, we're good teammates, and you know, like we're a team now. You know, Tommy was waiting for us to come in, kiss, cuddle, great mate. We're a big team. Me, Tommy, Fannin, Dave Garside. We're all a big team, and we will be until the days that we finish boxing.
Well, thank you very much, Lewis, and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Chad.